You know, I am so fortunate to be located where I'm at. I got such awesome people around me. So down the road, I got Silverfox Industries, which is literally like 10 minutes away. You know, another 5 minutes down the road that way, got Qualcomm S7. And if I drive down the highway for a little bit longer, I got Captain Xavier, and then a little further, I got Luke from Added Darts. So a lot of great people in this area, and I bring that up because, you know, I was hanging out with Ryan the other day, or Silverfox Industries, you know, Ryan and Jesse, and he said, hey, would you like to do a review of the latest and greatest Talon Claw? And I said, yeah, of course I would. This right here is the Silverfox Industries, you know, official Talon Claw. This is the color scheme they do for the product shots. Basically, this is not mine. I did not purchase this. This was not given to me. This is just handed over to me for review to take a look at and give my impressions. So let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So Silverfox Industries has given me a list of all the bells and whistles and all the detail and technical stats, technical information that you would like to know about this particular design. So I'm just going to kind of run through those. For those of you who need a little bit of background story of the Talon Claw, essentially this is a Captain Slug blaster, and Captain Slug is really known for the Caliburn, which is basically a longer version of this. And over the years, it just kind of evolved into a more smaller, compact, you know, more of a, so this is something you would see more in like, you know, high competitive nerfing. And so that's kind of where the Talon Claw came from. And this is just the latest and greatest of the Talon Claw. So one of the biggest changes with this version over the old versions is this flat bar construction. Now what this allows for this design to have is basically it's just more rigid. You know, you got a much more solid, rigid construction versus the threaded rod they used before, which if you went like this, like you could kind of get a flex in it, which you don't really get that now with these flat bars. It's also worth mentioning that these, you know, these Talon Claws are only compatible with Talon magazines. So, you know, you got your standard traditional Talon mag. Talk about more later in this video, but there are some different magwell options for the slanted Talons. The plunger system in the T4 is compatible with the T3, which is great news for all of you out there that would like to throw in the Tooth and Nail Mini. On this mag release right here, we have some elastic, so you can either use a spring or the elastic. I prefer this elastic because I think it gives a really clean look. Never really was a fan of just having, you know, exposed spring right next to your finger. I mean, it didn't hurt anything, but it just didn't look as clean as this. This looks really nice. We got, let's see, another note here is this is a closed breech ram with O-ring cutouts, and this is standard. So we also have the barrel retention is actually done with this piece with an O-ring in there, so you don't have to mar up your barrels anymore, which is really cool considering some of these barrels are kind of pricey and you don't really want to mar them up. It is worth mentioning though, if you prefer the old standard method of mounting your barrel, you can still do that. Like I was mentioning earlier, the magwells that they actually offer a couple variants for the angled Talons. One is actually, you know, this normal version, which comes out at an angle this way, and then the other one actually kicks out to the front for the reverse angled Talon mag, which I personally think looks super cool. I mean, come on, look at that profile, it's just killer. This will also have various optional stocks. This in particular is the prototype stock done by Captain Slug, in which he actually milled out these rods. So you have a 3-position stock right here. And operation of this stock is pretty simple. You just kind of push that down and you can, you know, just push it all the way in. It's got, you know, it's got all the way in. It's got a middle point and then fully extended. And I think it feels really good at fully extended. So that's pretty much all the standard Talon Claw V4 stuff. Let's talk about some of the custom stuff offered by Silverfox Industries, and one of which is the stock. So this is a custom stock offered by Silverfox Industries. As you can see here, very cool custom stock. Has a really good, nice butt plate that feels very comfortable. Kind of a diamond type of shape, which feels really good. Has a tendency just to go exactly right where it needs to go to offer some good, adequate bracing. One gripe that they were talking to me about was the standard V4 basically had some alignment issues with the railgasm system up here. And what they've done is they've added they've actually screwed it together so it's nice and flat and there's no kind of offset, you know. Yeah, it's just seamless now. So that's actually a feature from the Silverfox Industries version, and it looks great. Another really cool feature is this front sight. Take a look at that. Has this little inset piece of, you know, some of that red filament. Looks beautiful. And it looks like they'll be offering, you know, a front and rear sight option. This just has the front sight on it right now. We don't have the rear one on here, but that is something that they will be offering. And it just has a great profile. Can't wait to see what the back sight looks like. Me personally, when I'm doing nerfing and, you know, more competitive stuff, I don't use optics. Good old fashioned iron sights is what I'm all about. And the final special, you know, Silverfox Industries add-on is these, I believe he's referring to these front little spacers, which really lock in the barrel and add a little bit of cool accenting, which really helps pull the whole color scheme together. And I think it looks really good. But yeah, it's just basically adds more rigidity to the front, so you got no flex. So in particular, this build right here, this T4 is utilizing a SF25 spring, non-coated. As you can see, there's no coating on it. If you want this thing to be coated with some, you know, various colors, they do offer that, and they look really good with this, you know, see-through plunger tube. You can see the spring. This is a 30 centimeter Kuriaka barrel, and basically it sounds like there's X-rings in here, and the seal, he says, is not 100%, but it's pretty good. Mileage might vary. You could probably get a better seal going on in there. Now, I was able to take this bad boy outside and get some testing done with it. As we can see here, the chronograph numbers are pretty spicy. And remember, that's with the SF25 spring with that 30 centimeters of Kuriaka barrel. I also took this out to the range and did some, you know, first I did the 25 foot, or actually I think it was more at 30, where I was just shooting the cups. Pretty accurate, you know, wasn't too bad shooting cups. But I wanted to take it a step further, so I took it out to my field and set up a target at 100 feet, and just to kind of simulate, you know, getting a tag at 100 feet. And yeah, I think this is a really good tagger. I mean, out of an entire mag, I was able to basically tag the target at least 4 to 5 times, which, you know, some might say is horrible, but for me, I think that's pretty good. Also, keep in mind there's no scar on here, so I think if you can basically get some better performance with a scar. So that pretty much wraps up this breakdown and review of the new latest and greatest Talon Claw version 4 from Silverfox Industries. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to pick one of these up today. And yeah, I think it's really sick. Can't wait to actually do some competitive play with this thing. I'm gonna have to get one of these ordered up for me because, you know, this is, when it comes to higher FPS battles with higher performance stuff, I don't have a lot of things that could do that. I mean, I got a couple things, but I don't even have a Talon Claw or a Caliburn built, so I think it's about time I get one. I don't even have a lynx or a skewer. I'm slacking. But yeah, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, happy foam tagging.